I'm doing an auction this time. I'm doing it different than what I have been doing because of the fact that I'm working a lot and the fact that I had company. I didn't get to record it as soon as I wanted to, and with due to work I couldn't get it online soon enough. I like to get my auction videos on before the auction closes, and then if anyone wants something they have the chance to bid it. This didn't happen this time. So I'm going to post results along with previews. So in this auction, there's plenty of red power on it. There's plenty. John Deere's very well represented, as it always is. And it's a multicolor auction. It's got literally everything on, except this time there's no 4 to 8 ends on it, which is unusual. But I think this is a very well represented auction. Let's check it out. Here's a Hydro 100. It looks like a real nice one. It's got new steers on the front. 9400 is the serial number exactly. Look how nice, and I don't think this has ever been repainted. This cab is not air conditioned, I don't think. Tires definitely need attention. I wouldn't say need attention, they'll run a long time, but they're down. The headliner's gone, but the rest of the interior, other than, well, this side's bad from getting in and out, but the format's nice. 7,090.9 hours. This cab is not air conditioned. They put a little longer lever for some reason on this. This is a nice clean tractor. It's obviously never been repainted, so I bet you it's been inside since brand new. It's got the 18438 duals on it. It's got the drawbar and dual remotes, which is pretty standard for tractors that come here. The tires will run. They're getting cracked and down, but they'll run. Of course, the fronts are brand new. But this is a very nice Hydro 100, one of the best Hydro 100 you'll find anywhere. Look at the grill. The grill is not cracked at all anywhere. So there's a wonderful Hydro 100 for you. Here's a 730 case with an easy unloader on it. I don't think this is the, well, I guess it could be the original cylinder. It's an early easy on, but these are quick attach loaders and they work really good. It's actually a fairly straight tractor, especially considering it's a loader tractor. Fenders are dinged in the back though. Tires, this one's better, the other one's checked a bit. This one will run a long time. So there you go, there's a 730 case for you with an easy unloader. You green guys tell me this, I don't know if this is a 5010 or 5020, I'm guessing 5020 John Deere. It's a nice straight tractor. It's got 18434 duals on it. Seem awfully small for rubber, but if they're duals I guess it'd be alright. And these, I think, are 24 volt electrical systems on it. Shows 22.3 hours on it. It's actually a nice looking old tractor, it really is. It's certainly not beat up. I'm pretty sure this is a field tractor. I don't think it ever had a loader on it, and it's got dual remotes. The inside tires are good. The duals are checked, but duals only need to really hold air. That's all they need to do. But there you go. John Deere 5010 or 5020 for you. Help green guys. I don't know the difference between a 5010 20, so there you go. Here's a Stage 2 Super M. Front wheels aren't right. It's got the wide front on it. I wonder if there's a narrow front and somebody converted it. It's got the wrong grill on it too. It's got the Farmall. Well, the grill's the same, but it should have IH emblem as opposed to Farmall. 30,408J, said the 1953. Somebody, tires are cracked pretty bad, but they'll run a little bit. I think the other tire's good, he'll run a while. Like it's got some checks, but not as severe as the left one does. Put a single remote on, but you see I don't think this tractor had the hydraulics. I'll show you why. It's got the M&W pump, so this is a homemade hydraulic system. It was originally did not have hydraulics. It's got the newer part number on the block. I don't see the C. Yeah, there it is, C264, so it's definitely got the original engine on it. But it didn't, somebody added that hydraulic system to it. It was originally equipped without hydraulics. But it's a nice little Super M. I think the front end of the wrong hubs came off of something else too, like a early M. Hard to see. Yeah, you see I8C stamps. I think that came off an earlier M and they just converted it into a wide front is what they did. But all in all, it's still a nice Super M, so there you go. Here's a John Deere 4010, and apparently the loader is with it. This wasn't easy on. I think it's somebody modify it to made it rigid. They didn't, I don't know what they didn't like about the easy on, but ding, there's a ding here. Other than that, this is a pretty straight tractor actually. It's got a cab on it, somebody added. 20.834s and they're beauties on it. Very nice tires. It's very nice and straight 4010. This be a good 6280 is our count. But look at the rubber on it. It's a nice tractor, it really is. Yeah, this is an easy on 100, but you see they took steps to, I don't care for the welding to make it not an easy on anymore, but such as it is. Here's a Minneapolis-Moline R. Beautiful restoration. New tires on the back. The front ones will run, they're cracked a bit, but those are the cheap ones. It's got, they put the proper gauges in it. This is a very well restored Minneapolis. It's really, you really can't ask for any better than this one. Very nice tractor. Here's a Minneapolis-Moline U. Looks like this is an older restoration, so it probably needs it again, but still not a bad looking tractor. Looks like it's got fairly new fronts on it, fairly new back tires on it too. Nice and straight. And it's certainly not beat up. This is a brand new tire on this side. I don't know if somebody pulled this or what. Oh, IH14 muffler, so that's like an 806 muffler. But this is a nice, straight looking old tractor. Generator belt could use a little tightening. And I'd change the lights to make it right, but it's still a very nice Minneapolis, and with a little bit of work it'd be perfect. Here's a Minneapolis-Moline Z. It's nice and straight there. Again, it was restored. When I say it's restored, no, but somebody did a lot of work to it. I don't care for the exhaust being uncovered though, that would bother me. Tires are cracked a little bit on the back, but they'll run a little bit, but the tread's good, but they cracked pretty bad. Seat needs attention. He had put Minneapolis gauges probably from Steiner's, I assume. And it has had work, but it's a nice little old tractor. So there's a Minneapolis Z for you. Here's a Massey-Ferguson 165. It's got quite the tires. They're like backhoe tires on it. Look like just about brand new. 2536.1 hours. I wonder if that's right. It's certainly a straight enough tractor. Looks like the calcium wreaked havoc on the rim, but it's still holding it up. 3-point hitch on it. Drawbar doesn't look like it's ever been used actually, or not much. Hasn't done much work on the drawbar at all. 18,426 is the tire size. So there's a Massey-Ferguson 165 for you. Here's a David Brown with a loader. The front end is nice and straight, but the hood is beat up pretty bad. It's got an Allied loader on that. The Allied loader isn't that old actually. David Brown 550. It's got brand new tires on the back. 3-point hitch. Shows 818.2. I don't think that can be right, but maybe it is. Who knows? So there's a David Brown with an Allied loader for you. What would an auction be without a John Deere 4020? This year we've had lots of them. I could almost do a year-end compilation on just 4020s. There's been so many. And I might. Red guy, but I know other people like John Deere's, and the 4020 is one of John Deere's best, let's face it. It's got brand new tires, 18.4 R34s like on it. There are some checks because this tire isn't as good, but it's still the treads there just cracked a bit more, and I think that those lines are probably from chains. Zero 524.3, so I assume the hour meter's been over once, and on a 4020 that's not gonna hurt anything. It's fairly straight. The hood's not perfect, but it is fairly straight. There's no doubt about it. It's got dual remotes on the back, 2-speed PTO. Yeah, this is not a radial on this side, but the tread's still good. Just cracked pretty good. Still got a generator on it despite having the new style fenders. So there's a 4020 for you. Here's a John Deere 720. This I think has the pup start on it. It's a nice straight tractor. There again, I'd call it an older restoration. It should have 18,430s, and it does. Tires are old, but they're tires. And they're not terrible for just a show tractor, a play tractor. That's good enough. Got the tack on it, shows 1982 hours, which we know isn't right. These are, well, maybe it is, who knows. The fenders are nice and straight on it. Like, it's a nice straight tractor, it really is. So there's a John Deere 720 diesel for you. Here's a Farmall H. There again, I don't care for the exhaust being uncovered. I'm pretty sure it sat in the shed all the time. 40,057 to be a 1940 model. By this serial number, I think they used the stop button. This one's a hand start one. This one never had. This one's never had electrics on it. It's a hand start Farmall H. Oh, this one does have the switch on the outside. I thought it'd be too new for that, but it does have the stop switch on the outside. So there you go. There's your, somebody put a PTO drive off the belt pulley. Yeah, 516G, so definitely a 40. So there's an early Farmall H for you. Here's a style D right here. It's electric start one. Tires are checked pretty bad, but like these will run a little bit, but they will need attention sooner. This one will. 189027, so you have no idea what year this would be. I don't have any memorization on the D's. This tire isn't as bad as the other one. Like this would run longer. There again, it's an older restoration, I call it. It's not a perfect restoration, but it certainly looks good. You can take you can certainly take this tractor to a show and not be ashamed of it. Here's a styled AR. Somebody put that exhaust pipe on it, doesn't have the proper one. These are 12 volt, they have 2 6 volts in them. But they look like a miniature John R is what they do, the way they did them. Put a nice seat on them. The tires are cracked a bit, but they're shallow checks. They're not rotten. They'll run quite a while. The fenders are fairly straight. It's a nice straight little tractor. Like there again, is it restored? No, but it looks good and. It's certainly a nice looking John Deere. There again, you don't have to be ashamed of it at a show. 275 360, so it's very close to serial number to the unstyled. So this is why the first styled and the other one's why the last unstyled. So there you go. There's a John Deere AR for you. The grill screen's very nice. So it's all there. It's a nice little tractor. It really is. Here's an A. It looks like they rebuilt the engine on it. Somebody put me at 12 volt and put an alternator. This engine has been frozen, broke, but they obviously rebuilt it. So even though the block's been broke, they did a good job of fixing it, and I wouldn't be scared of that. The rubber looks really good on it. This has got the proper swinging drawbar. That's how they did these. In fact, it might be turned upside down from original. Got an adapter out. My guess is the early ones of these had 1.8" PTO. There again, this pulley gear is fixed, that they did a good job of it. Like it's not perfectly straight, it's just painted. It's not a restored tractor in my opinion, but it's still a Farmall A, and there's been a lot of work done to it. It's got new tires on it and stuff. It's not a bad tractor at all. You can't say it's junk because it's not. So there's an A. They say it's a 41, so we'll believe them. So this is a 41A for you. Here's a Massey-Ferguson Super 90. Hey, somebody put a cab on it. You gotta go inside that thing. Tires, it looks like it's been run on pavement, honestly. Thing could use a wash. Does it run? I don't know if it runs or not. Looks like it's been sitting in the back 40 for a while to me. It's lichens on the fenders and stuff. I don't know if this is a runner, but it's certainly a good core. It's certainly something you could make something out of if you really wanted to, or a parts tractor, whatever you want to do with it. I hope somebody would actually do something with it, honestly. Here's a little Massey-Harris 22. It's nice and straight, like you see it. I think it's somebody brush painted at one time, but it's 22 nonetheless. It's got implement tire on this side. These tires look good, but they're rotten. So you gotta remember that. I'm sure this is the runner. It's got a 3-point hitch. Almost looks like it's a factory 3-point hitch. I don't think somebody built that, but it might be. This tire's better. It's got implement tires on the front. So there's a Massey-Harris 22 for you, 22 standard. Here's a later 400 case diesel. There again, someone cleaned it up a bit. And I call it a restoration though, but it's cleaned up good. It needs some pieces and definitely needs rubber on the back, but it's a nice enough tractor. Like, you certainly got lots to work with here. I'm sure it's a good runner. It looks like it's got dual remotes on the back. Look at that. Looks like all the original gauges on it. And it's nice and straight. You got something to work with here, and I'm sure it runs. It looks like somebody put a great big battery on. I'm sure it runs just fine. So there's a 400 case for you. Here's an early 656. It's got a lot. It's got 2350 loader. That's a lot of loader for that little tractor. That's a lot of loader for a little tractor. It's a diesel. It's got the 282 for power in it. It's a gear drive with torque amplifier. I don't think anybody's been beat up on it or anything, but I just look at the size of the loader and look at the size of the tractor, and I don't care for that much, but as long as you don't load the loader to capacity, I'm sure it'd be all right. $2,788 hours is what it shows. I think that could actually be right. Like, well, he might have been over once, or it may have quit or something. This side's got the proper flat top fender on it. It's got 18,434 rears, I assume. Yep, it does. It's got a drawbar, no 3-point hitch, and only a 540 because they weren't available with 1,000. What it looks to be like, this side definitely is the right fender. This one, it looks like they cut the fender off and dropped it and pushed it down. Like, they did a good job of it, but that was certainly done. That's not the correct, it's not factory, and my question is, why would you do that? But they must have had their reasons. $15,988. I think by the grill and stuff, I'm guessing this is a 67, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I'd put that, like, the loader definitely fits the tractor. I just be careful with it, because I don't think that's enough tractor for that much loader. That's my opinion, but, and it's a nice looking loader. Like, it's a nice shape, that loader. Put vehicle tires, probably get more plies than the proper tractor tires. So there you go. There's a 656. It looks like we got bale spear bait in the bucket, and with a 2350 loader on it. Another Comfort King 1030. So this is a fairly big tractor for its day. Like, these be at least an 806 size, I'm thinking. 23,130 rears. It looks like this tractor's been well taken care of. You can see that. It's got an ugly cab on it. Let's see what we got for hours. 2029 it shows for hours. Oh, The pedal's not wearing that much. I'm wondering if that's correct, because this is a nice tractor. This tractor's been well taken care of. You can see this tractor's been well taken care of. I'm impressed with this tractor. I really am. They painted the rims that must have had a fluid leak, and they cleaned them up and painted them to try and preserve them. And that just proves right there that somebody took the extra care of it. It's got great big wheel weights on it. It's weighted heavy to the inside. But they need to. These are a lot of tractor. This is a very nice case. It really is. Like this, somebody really took pride in this tractor. You can see somebody took pride in this tractor. Here's a little Satoh tractor, S650G. It's a gas tractor. It's a European tractor. Got a little 4-cylinder in it of some kind. 3-point on. All the stuff you really need on them. There you go. Here's a John Deere AR, an unstyled one. So I believe they started styling the ARs and they came out with ours. So about 1949, so it'd be prior to 49. Nice and straight little tractor. Rubber's checked, but it'll run. Fenders are a little rough, alright. This tire's checked pretty good, like it'll run a little, it will need attention. Fronts are good, it's complete, it's all there. Yeah, 270,000 serial number. This is one of the last ARs built before they styled them, I think. There you go, a John Deere AR for you.